Thank you all so much for coming together tonight and this month. Ashleigh and I are so grateful for our community and to be joining together with all of you. And there's so much going on in the world right now, and we thought it would be really sweet to just come together in practice, to take this opportunity this evening to just step out of the noise and into a space, a sacred space together where we can just really feel into the community that we have here and feel into the wholeness and the fullness of our hearts, and just take this opportunity for the next hour to really just take refuge in ourselves and in each other. And so if you didn't get the email, we'll do a little practice here in a minute. It's just going to be a really short, nourishing movement practice that's going to lead right into Yoga Nidra. So please set up your spaces to be ready for Yoga Nidra. If you've never done Yoga Nidra before, it's like Shavasana times a million. So you'll set yourself up for your resting pose in a really comfy nest. You'll want to make sure that you have support beneath your head because your bones will get really heavy in this practice. You want support beneath your head, perhaps something beneath your knees, a little covering for over your eyes, like a scarf or something like that, maybe even something for over the body. So ultimately what we'll do here in a moment is just step into some sacred space together, move and breathe together a little bit, and then rest in stillness together, where really Yoga Nidra, if you're new to this, we won't go into a big speech about it, but rather just allow you to have your own experience with it. But it's really about stepping back through the layers of our mind, from our conscious mind to our subconscious to our unconscious space, and then to the underlying absolute that holds it all. So we can kind of drop through all of those layers into the deep. I kind of think about it like dropping from the surface of the waves on the ocean all the way down to the power and the beauty and the depth that is the whole of the ocean itself. And so that's what we'll be doing for Yoga Nidra. Ultimately, we put the body and the mind at rest and to sleep while we bring a quality of awareness with us into the depths of the ocean of our being. So that's what we're up to. I'll be leading some movement and the Yoga Nidra, and then Ashleigh is going to be leading us through some meditation. So you'll want to have a space after you get done with Yoga Nidra to be able to sit up. Ashleigh, do they need any, are you doing any journaling with this meditation?
I'm going to just be present with what feels like it needs to come through, which very much might be, a contemplation that you may or may not want to have your journal for. So it's a nice thing to have nearby. Just, always just are present and see what comes through. Yeah. Have it if you can.
Oops, I just lost you.
Can you hear me okay, Meg?
Yeah, I can hear you. I was trying to switch my thing and I think I lost you for a sec, but now I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, great. And then maybe, Ash, I don't know how to disable this waiting room right now, so maybe we'll just...
I'll stay here for a little bit and while you go into movement, and watch the waiting room for 10 minutes and let everyone in.
Thank you so much. Okay, thank you everyone for being here, and let's just make our way out onto our mats and just dive into the practice and dive into ourselves and step out of the noise for a bit. I think we could all use a little bit of that right now. So you're welcome to have your camera on or off. What's that, Hen?
I was just saying it's so good to see everyone here, so many of you. Thank you for being here.
Yeah.
Awesome.
So just make your way out onto your little space. And you can just lay right down on your nest that you have built for Yoga Nidra, because like I said, we'll just be doing a little tiny bit of movement to just kind of balance the energy channels and balance the hemispheres of the brain to allow us to more easily step into a place of noiselessness, effortlessness, and ease, so that it'll be a little bit easier for us to drop into, hopefully, the state of Yoga Nidra. So just take a moment to lay out onto your back. And let her hold you. Just let the earth have your bones, your blood, and your thoughts. Take this opportunity to step out of all of the doing and to lay your burdens down. Notice what it's like to not just lay down on the earth, but give yourself to her holding. What it's like for this next hour to just truly lay your burdens down. Nothing to solve or to fix or to change right now. Knowing that taking this time to take care of ourselves, when we come back to the surface, we might have more capacity or more clarity with how we pick those burdens back up and whether we do or not. So simply rest back here in the arms of the earth and allow yourself to fully experience the rustle of breath moving through your body. The earth and this breath always there in the background, like a loyal friend that will never leave or give up on you. Allow these both to support you and hold you now. Simply allow your breath to become a little bit more slow. Begin to savor your breath. Become intimate with your breath. And allow your breath to become a little more slow, a little more smooth and soft. Really tender with this relationship that you have with your breath, not trying to ram it or force it, but just really softening your body so much that you receive its most subtle touch. They notice where in the body you most experience the sensation of breath. Perhaps it's the chest or the throat or the belly, maybe in the nose. Notice what it feels like, the touch of breath in your body, the steadiness of the earth holding your body. allowing your breath to be soft and smooth, so tender. Drop your right thigh over your left thigh so that there isn't any space between your legs. And as you inhale, allow the arms to move out to the sides like a T, but keep your elbows a little bit bent, just a little soft, so your arms are not at full reach. Feel the intimacy of the breath as you simply rest beyond all the other noise. And as the inhale visits you now, allow the weight of the right leg to drop the knees, just guide them over to the right. And as you exhale, allow the weight of the left side of your pelvis to kind of bobble the knees back up towards the center. So you kind of rock along the sacrum a little bit when you come back up. And then as you inhale, just allow the weight of the right leg and the fullness of the breath to direct the knees a little to the right and just feel that rinse out the low back. And then as you exhale, weight the left side of your pelvis and allow the knees to rock up to the center once again. And just keep going like that. To the right and back again. Feeling the gentle touch of the breath as it guides your experience. Feeling the weight of your sacrum, that lowest part of your back, rocking along the earth. Your mind might get busy and things might get sort of heated inside of your experience as we slow down. But what's it like to step outside of the noise? Allow there to be a sense of ease and quietude in the movement in the body, perhaps even a sense of enjoyment. As the knees drop to the right, stretch your left arm out long and even roll the left shoulder back a little bit until the palm flips back. And then as you inhale, just let everything, like a passive recoil, back to the center. Inhale the knees to the right, the left arm stretches long and rolls back. And as you exhale, recoil back to this ground. Like this. Allowing the breath to really be the wave that carries the movement into play. I'd like to step out of the noise and step intimately into this moment before you even have a thought about it. The last little bit that we'll add here is just a gentle turn of the head. So as the knees go to the right and the left arm reaches out and spins back, drop your left cheek down towards your left shoulder and let the face turn to the left. You inhale, just roll on the back of the skull, the back of the sacrum, everything back to the center. Effort less. Allow the ache of all that your body's been holding and carrying to soften even just a little bit. What's it like to be carried by something bigger, by the breath, by the earth, by each other, this community, this hula that is here, always here. One more. And after that one more, the bubbles kind of stop and your body softens and settles into stillness once again. Take a moment to pause. Just be on this earth with this breath, that's all. And that's enough. Then cross your legs. Then drop your left thigh over your right thigh. Pull your awareness out of the noise of the mind and drop your awareness into the grace of the breath. The body held by the arms of the earth. Your breath moving through like a wave enough to move you. And as you inhale, it might start as a subtle little twist at first. You just allow the breath to rock the knees a little over to the left, pouring the left side of your pelvis over. And then as you exhale, you pour back through to the center and just let the knees follow back through. As you inhale, just allow the knees to drop any amount to the left. And as you exhale, bobble back to the center. Just keep going. Aligning with your own breath's rhythm, your own life's rhythm. Maybe stepping 1,000 times in this short little movement practice out of the noise, into the breath, and onto the earth. Feeling that ripple of breath and movement start to wave upwards through the spine. On this next cycle, that wave of breath and movement, even catching hold of the arm, stretch the right arm out, roll the shoulder back any amount. And as you exhale, passive recoil, just allow yourself to feel good for a moment. Let this be an easy moment. There are so many moments over this past year that have been so hard to like to just allow yourself one easy moment, one easy breath, movement, one easy path to find your way back home to yourself. And allow that ripple of breath and movement to catch the neck and draw the right cheek any amount down towards the floor. And as you exhale, just following back to the center. Stepping out of the crazy so we can return to ourselves, to the earth and to our centers, so that we can ultimately then return to each other. Two more full cycles. Please take your time. Enjoy your breath, enjoy your movement. Enjoy this precious time that we have here together. After that second one, just allow your body to ripple into stillness, just like the ripples on the surface of a lake, soften into stillness. Once again. Simply uncross your knees and hug your knees into your chest. Roll your low back into the floor in any way that feels really sweet to you. Come back to the center. Have your right hand on your right knee, your left hand on your left knee, just below at the top of the shin. And as you exhale, kind of pull the right knee over to the right, pour like water, the right side of your pelvis over to the right. And as if you were pouring a pitcher out, let the left knee follow and roll to your right side. As you inhale, Draw the left knee up towards the ceiling, off to the left, and then start to pour over to the left and take your right side with you. Allow it to be easy and fluid. And as you inhale, allow that wave of breath to draw the right knee back up. And as you exhale, the right knee comes up and over, and the whole body pours over to the right. Might even roll to your right forehead. Inhale back through the center. And as you exhale, pour yourself over to the left. Just keep going like this, pouring yourself from side to side, pouring yourself in to the breath, onto the earth. One more time each side. After you poured yourself over onto the left-hand side, come back through to the center. You take your time. For once in our lives, we're not in a rush. One more time, just hug your knees into your chest, or maybe it feels really sweet to straighten out your legs for a moment. Our next move is to stretch out for Yoga Nidra. Take your time to find your way out onto your back, or perhaps you want to take Yoga Nidra on your side or on your belly, someplace where your body can feel absolutely at ease. Remember, this is about putting the body and the mind to sleep while deep quality of awareness remains awake. So go where your body feels comfortable, easy, natural. Make sure you've allowed yourself plenty of support and padding, and snuggle under a blanket if that feels really sweet to you. And take this opportunity here to really nestle in. And if you have to kind of like snuggle and nestle down, do that. Get any last sort of movements out. You can nestle into a place where you feel like you can rest beyond movement for about 20 minutes or so. Allow yourself a moment of support, of ease, of comfort. And once you really found that sweet spot where it feels like you are fully supported, and that you can let go. Allow your body to soften into stillness. So it's not a stillness where you become frozen and rigid and hard, but rather a soft stillness that allows you to melt out and even make a bigger imprint of yourself on the earth. And here you simply untangle your knee, effort from the tips of your toes, soften through the soles of your feet and the tops of your feet. Relax the backs of your heels. Soften through the ankles, up through the calves and through the shins. Relax your knees. Soften your thighs, both legs, all sides. Completely release through the hips. Soften the glutes. Relax your belly. Relax your belly. Relax your belly. Allow a gentle wave of ease and surrender to pour upwards through the spine and through the torso. Allow your torso to be heavy and soft. Release any tension in the chest. Soften through your upper back. Relax the shoulders, down the arms, to the wrists, into the hands. Backs of the hands soft. Palms of the hands empty, open. Soften the neck, the throat, the back of the neck, the sides of the neck. Soften your face, your beautiful face. Let it soften and relax. Relieve the worry from your brow. And allow the weight of your brain and your skull to drop and to soften. Give a gentle sweep right up over the crown of your head, a place for all of your thoughts to pour out and pour out and pour out. Just immerse yourself within the soft and subtle waves of your breath, as they coming and going. With every exhale, allow your body and your mind to melt just a little bit more, to soften, to surrender just a little bit more. Every exhale, a softening, a settling. And starting at the number 10, on each and every exhale, as you soften and relax, count backwards by 1. So as you exhale, count backwards from 10 to 9 and sink in just a little bit deeper to your earth and to yourself. 9 to 8, and so on, until you reach or approach 0. Wherever you are in that process of surrender, counting, you can just let that be what that is. Let that go. Allow the breath to be as it is. Yourself to soften and settle as you are. Now we'll go on a rotation of consciousness. So I'll invite your attention to different places in your body. You simply just call forth your attention in each of these places and allow yourself to experience a wave of ease and softness in each of these places. Right in the very center of your head, a wave of ease and softness washes over. Deep in the belly of your throat, a wave of soft surrender. Through the center of your right shoulder, a wave of softness, relax. Center of your right elbow, easy, relaxed. Center of your right wrist, a wave of softness washes over. Tip of your right hand, thumb. Tip of your right index finger. Tip of your right middle finger. Tip of your right ring finger. Tip of your right pinky finger. All of the fingers together, soft and relaxed. Center of your right wrist, easy. Center of your right elbow. Center of your right shoulder, relax. Deep in the belly of your throat, a wave of softness washes over. Center of your left shoulder, relax. Center of your left elbow. Center of your left wrist. Tip of your left hand thumb. Tip of your left index finger. Tip of your left middle finger. Tip of your left ring finger. Tip of your left pinky finger. All of those fingers together, soft and relaxed. Center of your left wrist, easy and soft. Center of your left elbow, relax. Center of your left shoulder, deep in the belly of your throat, a wave of softness washes over. In the very center of your chest, the center of the heart center, a wave of softness washes over. Center of your right lung, soft and relaxed. Deep in the center of your heart, a wave of softness washes over. Center of your left lung, relaxed. Center of your heart, a wave of softness washes over. Deep in the belly of your throat, a wave of softness washes over. Deep in the center of your head, a wave of softness washes over. And now allow a wave of softness to wash over your whole body. Allowing waves of softness to wash over your whole body. Your whole body, soft and relaxed. Now please allow your awareness, invite your awareness to nestle in to this space of your heart. Nothing to do here, but simply allow the entirety of your awareness, the fullness of your being, to take refuge here in the quiet, to sink deep within the space of your heart, and to rest. Nestle deep within the ocean of your unbound heart. Allow yourself to experience soft, subtle waves of breath moving through. Allow those waves of breath to begin to ripple throughout your whole body. And even as your awareness gets invited to rise to the surface, can you allow a piece of your awareness to remain anchored in the deep? You allow the ripples of breath to begin to flow over into gentle movement as you re-inhabit the walls of the skin. Perhaps sliding the tips of the thumbs over the tips of the other fingers, or wiggling fingers and toes. But simply allow the waves of breath to begin to ripple through the body out into motion, remaining anchored in the deep. Take your time to stretch out and to wake up. Begin to make your way over onto your right hand side. Just pour yourself over onto your side, acknowledging to yourself that this practice of Yoga Nidra is complete. And eventually you'll make your way up to a seat. You can stay anchored in the deep, but make your way up to a seat for meditation.
And so as you begin to find your way to a seat, I invite you, if it feels more comfortable right now, to sit with your back leaning up against something. You may be near a couch or a wall. You can put a pillow behind you, or if you're not near something and that's not easy, then don't worry about it. Just stay anchored deep within and find a comfortable posture. If you are in a place where you have the ability to have your back supported in some way, this just allows you to stay dropped in to this relaxed energy created through the Nidra practice. Just rest your hands casually and comfortably in your lap. No need to take the perfect upright posture and the perfect hand gesture, but rather just find yourself settling into a seat of utmost surrender. And just draw your awareness to the slow, rhythmic way to shape it or change it. In the heart, space, vast, open, peaceful. As your presence anchors in this spacious, lightly observe the tide of the breath, moving exactly as needed in this moment with no effort. You may hear the whisper on the wave of the breath in the form of so, hum, so, hum. No need to try or put effort into a mantra. Even if it's one that you usually practice with, just let this be a quiet tuning to, relaxing into this gentle, natural sound carried by a wave of breath. Riding on the inhalations and exhalations in no particular order. Just keep relaxing. The mind begins to be called to something outward. Just gently drawing presence back to the heart, and relaxing into the arms of the breath. Nowhere else to be, nothing else to do. Moment, rest inward. Continue surrendering the wave of ease of your breath, drawing you to the sacred quietude within. So, relaxing inward. So, Um, Resting in a potent quiet within. Just listening, just resting. So, um, any thoughts that arise or movements of the mind, anchoring back the heart. Let yourself continue to be washed over, lulled inward, a wave breath. So, let yourself be held with peace within, rocked, the rhythm of breath. Go. Relaxing inward. Just feeling the longing to be in this stillness, to bathe in this rejuvenative sanctuary within. Soak it up for a few moments. Staying anchored in the deep peace and quiet, this internal space. Begin to prepare yourself to transition back to the outer world. Let your eyes start to open slowly. Thank you so much for joining us, for being courageous and clear enough to take this time, much needed time for yourself. Remember that this refuge, this quiet is always within you. And we will have this recording, this practice, this class recorded, and it will be up on the Experience Alaya YouTube channel for you to continue revisiting as you like. And we love you all so much. Thank you for being here with us. And we will see you next month, first Wednesday of December. And we love you all so much. Thank you for being here with us. And Meg has a beautiful course coming up starting at the beginning of January called Refuge. I'd love to invite you. You can check that out too on our site. And I'm going to be starting to offer some Sunday Zoom practice classes. So continue to reach out with ways to support and connect. Enjoy making a really smooth and gentle transition from this space now. Be mindful before you open a screen and take in some more information, and just allow your space to be quiet for a little while longer. Just have a couple moments as you transition. Thank you. Much love to all of you. Have a beautiful evening. Thank you, Ming.
Thank you. Thank you, everyone. Good night.